Will today be the day I get to 2,900? I tried last week. I got close. What's my peak? Peak is
Hi there Eric, waving,
this.
I am excited to see some games. Will we see a Leonhardt Gambit today?
Probably not in Title Tuesday. Leonhard Gambit, it's a B4 Scandi line, right? Where you like take Queen A5, B4, I think. That's the type of opening I like to play in like Lee Chess Super Blitz arenas. But I think I'm gonna stick with my usual repertoire today. So I've realized at this level, like very small changes can really affect outcome of games. And I definitely want to stay within as much of my comfort zone as possible. Who won early TT? I was gonna ask chat that. I don't know. I saw Hans had a good start. I was like intermittently watching Hans's stream. Seemed like Levy had a good TT. Yeah, London, Accelerated Dragon. I'll probably face some Rosalimos. My serious
Can
repertoire.
you use your influence to open a speakeasy in the St. Louis Chess Club? You could call it the Eval Bar.
Oh, haha. The St. Louis Chess Club is currently undergoing renovations. It's long overdue, but they're supposed to quadruple in size by the end of this year, I think, maybe into early next year. And they are actually opening, I don't think they're opening a speakeasy, whatever that is, but there will be some kind of restaurant that's like integrated into the new space. But yeah, it's currently under construction, so hopefully later in the year it'll open to the public. 7 minutes to go. Let's do one warm-up game. So a 3-minute game will finish guaranteed before the tournament starts. Okay. Playing Eljanov. Wow. Okay, strong player. We have this line. My favorite tricky offbeat line. Thank you, Geekwam.
For my wife who lost her shirt in the LA fire.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I hope the new shirt can bring you joy and strength. Or the tank top. Wait, what is this line? I'm pretty sure Queen A4. Blue Bomb played this against me, I'm pretty sure. So Bishop D7, I win the pawn. If this... Maybe Queenside castling? I don't quite remember. Wait, I have Knight B5? But then E... Oh, this is super tricky. Knight B5, E5. Take, check, there, take. Oh. I can't resist. It's super tricky. So E5, I take, then double check. Probably Knight C7, King E7, win the rook. And then it's kind of a question if my knight can survive. Yeah, this is a move. I have C3. So now I have multiple threats. The knight does defend this. A6 doesn't really attack my knight. Okay, now I have knight D6. I also have queenside castling. I'm going to preserve this for later. If E5, I think I still take. The knight's tied down to the bishop. There's a pin. My pieces are actually really nicely placed. I need two probably. Just keep developing. I could take and play. Wait. Could just move back to. A6 is coming. Just gotta move fast and confidently. Okay, I'm calculating knight d6, d5. Not sure though. e5 will be loose. I think I win. Oh, there's this move, but this move? What is happening? Knight moves, I checkmate. Pre-move this. And yeah, black's position is kind of delicate. Oh, my knight's hanging though. So I have g3 maybe. That's a good move. I think that's worth doing this. King b1. If takes, I take, and I threaten this and mate. Oh, but it's not a mate threat, but I hit the bishop. If takes, I just win the bishop. There's a pin. Crazy move. I can take. Bishop f5 doesn't work. I control all these squares. Let's go. Okay. All right. Nice warm-up game. 2892. Strong opponent too. Eljanov, I think his former Super GM. Not sure his peak ranking. So apparently d4 is a blunder because of knight b5. But when I played it, I wasn't sure. Like, this line is tricky. e5, take, check, king e7. Because my knight might get trapped, but okay, the king's on e7. It's not easy for black to actually win the knight. a7's loose. Tournament starts actually really soon. Less than 30 seconds. So I'm not going to have much time to analyze deeper. EQ stockfish sticks.
Hey Eric, why do you think you're peaking so hard lately?
I think like after the World Rapid Blitz, I found like this kind of new burst of motivation and energy to study chess, to just improve my speed game. Anyway, we're gonna focus here. Also spent a lot of time like working on my openings off stream. This line, bishop g5. Yeah, this is a solid line for black. Trendy line too, this early knight h5. Is e4? I'm kind of just improvising now. c4 may have been actually better. Yeah. I mean, it's still thematic to open the center with the structure. If takes, I hit f6 and c5. Yeah, I was thinking knight takes. Now if takes, me, yeah, I probably have bishop b5. Like in the line takes, bishop b5, bishop d7, takes. Thank you, James.
James Di Giacomo
Appreciates the merch purchases. That's a move. Now if I take... I can still go for this. Bishop b5, bishop... it takes bishop b5. Really? King takes is coming? Do I have knight e4? Attacking 2 pawns? I mean, if queen takes, I win f6. I don't see how black meets knight e4 after king takes. And black has to choose between two evils. Okay, I have queen a5, or queen a4, king f7. Bishop does get kicked. I'm going to be fancy and play queen here. No. No, it doesn't work. Huh. I think I should still start with this. King f7. Without knight f5, I'm thinking this knight f3, bishop g3. F3, h6, bishop g3, bishop d6. I'm not sure. Expecting this. Expecting this. I think I just castle. If ever this, I have the d4 square. I'll put pressure on the center pawns. Rook c4, queen a6. Threatening this now. I mean, queen b7. Taking is probably simplest. Up 2 pawns. What do I allow? No, rook c8, queen a7. Okay, just convert the ending. I don't like my technique. There. Yeah. What am I doing? Still up a pawn. Almost blew that. Wow. Oh man. This is my biggest weakness, I think, is getting too relaxed when I have a clearly winning position. I don't think I ever let it slip, like, completely. Allowing a5 is already not the right direction. I almost flagged too. There was a moment, I think I fell below a second. It was like around here, right? I 0.1 seconds or 0.1 seconds. Am I supposed to pluralize seconds? Or 0.01 second? Because I was calculating this, and I saw c2, which is losing for white. So I can't actually take, but thankfully pushing works out. I mean, the opening worked well. I think e4 is fine. But e4 is apparently a mistake. But then e5 is a mistake. Knight b5 is stronger. Wow, take and then check. So I'm 3 points away from my peak rating. 7 points away from 2900. Here we go again. Grandmaster from Jordan. This might be some prep.
Oh yes.
E5 looks pretty thematic. Do you accept the IQP? There's the stuff. There's also this stuff. B4 is on tap. If h6, g6. Still b4 preparations. You have to watch out for this idea. So b4. Take with rook. Knight b3, a5. In worst case, I can defend. A5. There's options here. I kind of like the feel of this. So I'm threatening to take, and then the knight's a bit loose. Also, there's more pressure on b2 now. Not sure what to expect. F4. Again, I'm threatening to take. Any move that attacks my knight, I think I just take. So a5. Knight c4. Be very careful with the center opening. Time is good. Just want this, and checkmate. Up a lot of time. Is this idea 2, and then rook c2. a5 or a4? Just take the knight? What am I missing? Take. And there's a pin. Could take with pawn as well. Oh, there's actually options here. Take. That should be fine. Play the endgame. I think this is safer. Took some effort. Got the job done though. Got low on time there. I spent my time just trying to make sure things were under control. That knight b5 was probably some prep. I mean, the position is roughly equal. Is e5 okay? Some similar themes with my first two games. This like early center break, with opponent committing to the f-pawn move early. $28.95. Let's go. Only got 2 points for that win. Yeah, these games take work. I was actually worse here. Wow. Around here, I thought I was in full control. So bishop takes c4 is pretty much winning for white?
I smell 11 of 11.
Ah, queen takes knight defends b2. Honestly, I probably would have walked into that. Maybe I would have realized and like go for some knight move. Wow, yeah, I'm in trouble here if white finds this. Thank you, Brunswicker. Happy 28. Oh, I played a fellow YouTuber, apparently. One of the largest Arabic chess content creators. I'm just assuming this comment in chat is truthful, which I'm sure it is. That's cool. I wonder if does my opponent stream on YouTube? They're playing Pedro Martinez, who walked into my London trap, this knight c3 line. I wonder if he's more prepared now. I did feature, okay, we'll play this line. I was studying this recently. There's some f4 idea. Oh, I can't remember where f4 is playable. I think I'll just play g3. And g5 is a move. It's also a move. We might end up trading stuff. I think I just go for knight c4. The knight is more valuable. I am left with a bad bishop though. What's that Drake song? I like bad bishops, that's my problem. Maybe someday we'll find a life. To just play quick. Now, do I want to play f4? It's an interesting thought experiment. Open the f file. Rook a3 is a useful move. Now f4 actually it's starting to make more sense, because there is long-term gun potential on the f file. The queen is tied down to 2 pawns. Wait, do I have rook? Let's just win a pawn? Because the only way to defend this is this, but then that loses this. Probably see b5. b5 is actually annoying. There's takes, bishop a6, rook a5. d7. Rook a4. Oof. That's complicated. I win a pawn. It's kind of a gambit, though. I think I just go for it. Worst case scenario, I learn from yeah, I'll learn from my mistakes. Completely miss bishop c4. That's still interesting. Black has 2 pieces for rook and pawn. Knight f4 is coming someday. I have to play this. I wonder if I can infiltrate with the rook. I'm not in good shape. It's such a bad decision. A1? Got to play fast. Wow. My rook's almost trapped. It's getting trapped. Ay, ay, ay. The take. Alright, let's go for this. So if queen b7, I win the center pawns. So it's rook and 3 pawns for 2 minor pieces? No, it's... Oh, dear. No, it's 3 pawns for 2 knights. Couldn't do the math. Yeah, this is just losing. Rook a1 coming. Wait, why didn't I sack? Oh, yeah. Take. I just confused myself this game. I'm try and muddy the waters. The horsies are coming in. Pains me to trade queens. My only hope is to like try and provoke bishop knight mate. Ah, what to do? Oh no, my rating. Not a great game on my part. I should have taken on b8 or... I guess the issue is... I could take on b8. Because then I still win d6. Like, the rook would have to take. It didn't register in my mind that I'm losing a full rook for only the 2 pawns. Like I had to get the knight for it first. This would have still been interesting. Okay, apparently rook a1 is best first. Provoke this and then take. Welcome back to Vampire Chicken. Hope you're doing well. Happy 57. Shout out to Jonathan. Yeah, I was studying this maybe about a week ago. This knight d2, knight e2 setup. There are times where white can play f4, which I never achieved in the game. Yeah, this game is definitely worth like analyzing and understanding how to play such structures. Like here, f4. Because positionally, sometimes I'm concerned about like giving black the e5 square, but there's so much more benefit for white. Like d6 just falls in this line. Yeah, this is so strong. Yeah, maybe black should have played g5 sooner. And then going for this was just too risky. I just lost control. It's playable, apparently. But I have to play this in sacked exchange, which I didn't consider. Opponent fought well, though. Found some key moves.
What's your
Bishop
favorite
takes
sport
c4.
besides chess?
And like here, it's still like balanced, but momentum is clearly in black's favor. I think it's also easier to play this as black because there's a clear plan of this, and I have to do something. Felt like I had to do something very immediate. I got my rook trapped. So rook e3. What's the difference? Ah, the rook comes here. Okay. Thank you, Stelly Belly. What's my favorite sport besides chess? I like a lot of sports. I mean, I can give like my top 5, assuming sports that I play. Tennis, table tennis, pickleball. I haven't played much of, but I enjoy. Paddle also I haven't played much of. I did play paddle with Levy in Spain and in New York. Bowling. I used to be very competitive in bowling. My high game is 253. What else? Soccer. Hacky sack. I don't know if that's a sport. Yeah, anything with like a ball and a net. Except basketball. I'm not really great at basketball. But volleyball I like. Last time I played volleyball was with FIDE people in Dubai. Beach volleyball with like Dvorkovich and Sutovsky. Anyway, okay, moving on. Playing this person. I'm from Iceland. I was on my middle school varsity volleyball team. We weren't that great though. But it was fun. Okay. Knight d2. Yeah, I'll play this line. This is a line I prepared for World Rapid Blitz, and then I never got to play because no one played the London against me. Pretty sure bishop e4. Similar vibes to my second round game this tournament. This early f3, I do concede the bishop pair. I'll go for this bishop trade. Sneakily attacking h2. I can't take that. b5 looks reasonable. I'll do the typical things. I'm usually the one that has to face the minority attacks. Knight c4. I'd be happy if the b file opens. This move looks fun. Knight e5, I think I'll either trade or go in with my knight. I'll probably trade. Like queen e7. So white has more space in the center. I have a nice knight. Don't think white wants to take. E3 is always a move to keep in mind. Some queen g5 ideas. I don't think I mind the endgame. That move I didn't quite see. Queen h5. Queen h5 blunders, rook h4. I don't know what to do. There's rook h6. That's an awkward move. Play this and this. Queen f2, I think I have to play queen e7. I take. Now queen f2, I have g5. What to do? Maybe take next. So I do defend and attack. There's a cool idea. Rook f3, g4? Rook f4, knight e3. I don't know if it does anything. Rook e1. There. I just take and use the b file. If takes in d5, I just take, and then say, oh no, my rook. There's e6. That's a crazy line. Interesting. King f8. I'm throwing this. Oh, this is really bad. Queen e8. Still some hope, though. Oh. At least I didn't lose. Disappointing, though. There's only one winning move here, g4. Is not quite on my radar. Okay, 2.5 out of 4. Yeah, it's difficult to play with like no time. Yeah, it's such a hard move to find. I guess it is. It's findable to at least get initiative, but even against King h4, like, it's still threatening perpetual. And then there's a lot of pawn race scenarios. Good fight though.
When trying a new opening, do you expect to lose a bit more than usual?
Yes. Yeah, when you're switching, especially to an opening you've never played before, then it is normal to maybe have an increase of losses. But not always, because most games aren't determined by the opening. But you might be outside your comfort zone, and it can take adjusting. But long term, you'll learn a lot more when delving into new opening territory. Yeah, thank you, Rack and Dawson. Happy 6 years, 72 months. Also, thank you, Steph, with Prime sub for 9. Snapson with a first-time Prime. Appreciate that. Yeah, friendly reminder, if you have Amazon Prime, you can sub for free. Get ad-free viewing, get the emotes, support the channel. I have knight h5 on move 14. Honestly, it was not a move I considered. Top move is e5, which maybe would have fit the theme of my previous games. Knight h5 would threaten the pork. The pin fork. But yeah, white can probably castle queenside. And then my knight's a bit misplaced. It's playable. Maybe there's some argument to provoke white to castle to then attack. Engine also says king f2, which is a safe place for the king. I've never won Title Tuesday. It's a life bucket list item. I feel like my best chance to win Title Tuesday is to like keep trying to grind my rating. Because if I get high enough, then all I need to do is like win against lower rateds and then maybe have like 3 or 4 upsets. So I'm capable of upsetting players like once in a while. Welcome to Banana Man. That's my new favorite chess term. For some reason, I read that as this is my new favorite chess stream, but chess term. Oh, probably referring to pork. Yeah, what was my biggest chance this game? Probably g4 towards the end. That was much worse here. It seems like I can try and attack, but white's f-file is so strong. And then white's basically exploiting the principle of two weaknesses, where f7 and this queenside stuff are both liabilities for me. And I had like zero counterplay. I was thinking about g4, rook f4, knight e3, and then saying, oh no, my knight, and then checkmate. The problem is white doesn't have to take the knight, white can move. My knight's just kind of looking dumb on e3. So I guess I can't be too upset with a draw. Like, I should have just lost my pawns all week. f7 falling. How did I even fight back? Ah, yeah, white allowed queen to infiltrate. This was nice. I didn't see how to play for a win here, though. Ah, I can eventually force rook f2 and then get the same position. Okay. Okay, we are on a break. It's about 3.5 minutes. Yeah, if you're just tuning in, 4 rounds in, 2.5 out of 4. I got close to my peak rating, stumbled in round 3. What to do? So engine says bishop g4. Oh, actually, yeah, bishop e4 or bishop g4. Probably not high enough depth to make any conclusions. But yeah, this was very reasonable. What's your go-to snack? It depends. I like the Trader Joe's rice cracker medley. Like nice and crunchy, salty, a little bit spicy, like they have the little wasabi balls. It's a good snack. Also got some hummus and crackers recently. Do you think you'd benefit from learning a mainstream opening better like Grunfeld or Spanish? I think there'd definitely be some benefit. But that would be a very long-term investment. Like if I start playing Spanish, then I have to refine a lot of aspects of my e4 repertoire, like not just Spanish. I think if I switch back to like serious e4, I'd pursue the Scotch like very deeply, especially because I'm focusing more on like blitz and rapid these days. The Scotch has more venom, especially when you're deeply prepared. Like probably just following the chess move repertoire is something I'll eventually do more seriously. Okay, let's keep going. Thanks to the new resubs, by the way. And here we go. I'm sticking with London, playing another Grandmaster. Turkmenistan. Good sign when the opponent starts thinking after move 3. I did beat Eljanov with this, the first game of the stream. It was a warm-up game to TT. Okay. And I have 6. Am I remembering knight b5? There's also e4, which transposes, but I think knight b5 is stronger. Wait, did I just allow queen a5? Oh, man. Wait, I have queen c3, though. Then we just trade. If takes, I checkmate. That'd be hilarious. Wait a minute, I can take with pawn. Wait. feel like I'm stumbling into new theory. I actually don't know. Let's stay with pawn. Let's make it spicy. Knight a6 probably comes. Knight f3. Do have some nice development. Not some nice pawns. C4 maybe eventually. I have no idea what I just kind of invented there. I don't know if it's good even. C4, take 95. Burning too much time. Just gonna try and get some positional bind. I'm not better here. I'll try not to be too much worse. A4 makes sense. So if a6 I take knight c7, take on d5. There's a line, line with bishop c3. There's also this line. Really? Don't fully understand. Bishop a4. C4. C4 f5. Rook b1. It's getting weird. Black has a bishop pair. I have the half open b file. I don't know if I'm threatening anything. So I could take... This still looks playable. Oh, I get back ranked in the end. I can still fight, but what's the best way? I have to take. Yeah, I'm probably just fighting for a draw. You never know, like there is some counterplay. Seventh heaven. Rook b and I take. Okay. Tricky, tricky. Am I gonna win a5? And there's bishop c3? Then I win h7. This might be better for white already. A common tactical pattern with the double staring contest. Oh, but then... almost flagged there. Threatening mate in one. Okay. Opponent didn't see my threat. Maybe this move was disguised as doing other things, but it mainly obstructed the bishop. That was a weird game. I thought I had looked at this. I've been studying these lines recently, but it's so easy to get confused. There's so many branches which are similar but different. Ah, so this is the one I'm supposed to take on b8. Yeah, my memory failed me. I played knight b5, which is playable, but objectively not great. You have any YouTube video for the Scotch? You could search my channel. I did play a good number of games in the Scotch in the speedrun. What's this? Let me find the website. There's a way to filter through. Maybe someone can find it. There's a website someone posted on Reddit that filters the openings from my speedrun and Daniel Nerditsky's speedruns. And they're searchable. So it's a nice site to like find an opening and then find our games where we commentate in those openings. I think it's like ChessTube app or something. Can't quite find it though. What round was that? I was round 5, okay. What's my score? 3.5? 3.5 out of 5. There's a lot to analyze in this game. Apparently this was just not great for me. Also, for the disparage panda who's asking about Scotch content, again, Chess Mood is unlocking all their videos, and they have a whole course on the Scotch. Actually, 2 courses, one for beginners and one for more master level players. Ah, yeah, okay, here's a site. I can show it later. Thank you, old Walter, for... You have to type www, because otherwise the site doesn't load. Okay. Playing Tuna. Wait a minute, okay. It's Grand Prix stuff. I'm going to bluff. I know the move here. I'm just going to take some time and pretend I don't know it. I do know this. Knight b5. For many years, I thought this was just really good for white, but there's a tricky line here. I think I'm supposed to take with bishop first. Wait a minute, what's the line? Wait. I'm forgetting. Take with pawn. Take with pawn, knight a3. Yeah, I think this is it. I haven't played this in a while. Knight d5. Yeah, because in some cases b5 comes with tempo. Rook e1 first. There's some position where like queen c7 is the only move. There's some positions where you're supposed to play rook f5 early. Okay, probably b5 here. Bishop b7. It's a risky line. How do I generate threats? Queen f6. There's bishop f6. Rook f5. I think in general this is just a useful square. I'm not sure what my plan is. Should play this. I've sacked 2 pawns, but it's part of the opening. It's what I sign up for. e7, no. I have to try this and then this. I want to make knight e3 work, but problem is the bishop defends the rook as well. I could make a gun. F3 might come. Threatening. Oh, no, I'm not threatening that. I have no idea what I'm doing. Guess this and this. Allow bishop h6. Maybe the trade is okay. Have to take with king. Actually, bishop h6, I play bishop h4. This is a threat. Knight e3. e3, take. I'm just going to do it. Takes, I win the queen. If bishop takes, the bishop pair. It's very Danish gambit-like. Okay, now bishop h4. Look at the geometry. So if queen g4, I take with the rook, I think. Actually, taking with either looks amazing. Probably just bishop. Queen has no other squares. I mean, these 2 squares. Threatening these 2 things. Okay, that was a nice game. I mean, this line is super risky. I didn't really remember much of it. I was able to figure something out. Way back when, in 2017, I gave a lecture for the St. Louis Chess Club. And in that lecture, I showed this from the white side. It's kind of a well-known trap. Because a lot of players stumble into this, they play this move, and then queen a3, and black's under immense pressure. But the reason to go into this line willingly for black is to gambit the pawn, d5 and a6. Engine prefers white, but as we saw, it gets crazy. I don't think my opponent was prepared. I think they were just confident that I stumbled into something. And then, then I was second guessing myself. A rook e1's not a good move. Okay, knight h5, slightly stronger. This is all good. d3, wow. So I think the only lines I've studied here is when white plays d3 sooner. I didn't even know this is a resource. Sacking a second pawn, but blocking in the bishop and guaranteeing this move, basically. Actually, if this, there's bishop d4, man. Rook f1, knife f4. Objectively, black does not have enough compensation. But there's still pressure. Like, there's this nagging pressure, which... Wow, here I had knight e3. I was looking for these ideas, but how does this work? Bishop e5. Wow. It's hard to judge. Yeah, my attempt to bluff by taking a few seconds before playing e6. Probably not worth it. Next time I should just play instantly. Save a few seconds for actually figuring things out. So I'm 4.5 out of 6. Apparently I missed knight e3 at least twice. I found it the third time. Opponent provoked me into doing it. It's a beautiful move. Knights attack 3 different ways.
Months, let's go.
The whole point is to open the position with the bishop pair and the f-file battery. Wow. Playing Arjun. We'll play a London. We'll see what he has cooked up for this. Oh, this is a fun matchup. To prepare for the heart rate increase. b6, of course. I was studying this yesterday. I'm already forgetting. It's queen e2. d5 and then e5. That's a good French. Black's gonna go for this. c4 is kind of thematic. It's not my style, but I think I should just trust my instincts. That's getting imbalanced. Castle. I want to concede the bishop. I have to play quickly. And there's potential. Like if black castles, I have the queen lift, bishop h6. I played Arjun, I think once in Title Tuesday. Wow, can I take? Check, and then... It's slow, but it's tempting. I think I play this first. I might regret this, but... I think now I'm threatening to sack and then queen h5, rook c3. He allows it. Um, there. Now there's f6 and n though. Taken like b4. That's so annoying. I spent all my time looking at other moves. I just see this idea. This is a typical idea in some like Jobava London positions. Bishop check, rook c3, f pawn moves. Nice, fun looking compensation. To attack on the queen side and the king side. Knight d6. Doing fine on time. To watch out for this move. I take? No. There's a weird line. Takes knight d4, but I have queen d3. I'd probably take knight d6. This is a massive move. Still on tap. Hmm. Rook d4 ideas. Let's go. Let's go. I saw this queen f1 move. And I saw king h2. I knew I was nervous. 172. Probably the strongest player I've defeated in Title Tuesday. Oh. Yeah, I got my opportunity from the opening. Try and get my heart rate down. C4. C4 is not objectively best. There's another line in the like some mainline French where you play C4 against this Queen C8 idea. And the problem was, yeah, my bishop gets attacked. Then I was so tempted to like just sack and go for the kitchen sink attack. What was my peak heart rate? I saw 172. I think it was a peak when I beat Hikaru. And this is exactly the type of position I want against a much stronger player. Attacking chances. Like objectively, it's fine for my opponent, but for me, there's nothing to lose. Oh, Queen F1 was playable here. Wow. I'm not getting mated. But it's close. Like King F1, Rook D1's mate. King F3 only move. Wait, King E1? Wow. Yeah, in the classical game, like, I think Arjun would calculate this and find this. In Blitz, you have to be extra sure. It's funny, there's still King H2, but it's not as strong. Playing Oparin. Okay, not too much time to relax. Just, oh, Oparin plays a Fabi line, probably. This Knight H5 move. And he's going to play G6. Nope, okay. I'm happy to go into this. E4 immediately. Take. I think I have to play E5. Okay, already reminiscent of good memories from the last game. Just have to play quickly. Queen E7's coming. I think let's play Knight F3 first. Plan is this and this. He's building up his thing. How to actually break through, like Bishop D3? I think the first step is to get the bishop here. Probably have to play some defensive moves. I go for Knight F4. Looks fun. Bishop E5 ideas. There's a beautiful line. Bishop D3, Knight E6. If takes, I win the queen, and if takes, I trap the queen. It's a massive threat. There might be Knight A5 freeing the C6 square. Does that really work? Knight E6. I take on G7. Hit the rook. I'm trusting myself. So if takes, this is all forcing. Rook G7 is mate. King can't castle, king can't bond cloud. I'll win back the bishop. Do I have e6? I should just take. This is definitely an idea, though. It's still tricky. d2. I don't like that. I'm gonna go after the pawn. Materialistic. Then I get knight g5 momentum. And do allow knight c4. Queen f5 is a move. I should have enough defensive resources. Take. It's scary. Can I take? The rooks connect. Oh, this feels wrong. Queen f5 I could take on b3. Okay. Threatening the knight. Rook e1. I think rook b8. I messed up. Oh. Such a good position. I was so nervous though. It should be crushing. The problem is there's so many like good looking options. I should just play practically, like trade queens. I was up 4 pawns, man. Oh. And he fought back well. I completely collapsed here. I was getting like a spam call, I think. Watch was going off. What to do? Let me put this in Do Not Disturb. GG though. I had another golden opportunity. That was round... Okay, that was round 8. I need a break. Let's step away for a moment. Calm down a little bit. Thanks everyone for the energy. Thank you, Greta P. Thanks earlier, Compact Buffalo. Pilouette. Thank you, thank you. So if you're just joining, I'm 5.5 out of 8. It's completely winning this game. I won the previous game against Arjun Erigaisi. Yeah, look at this tactic too. 96 is so sweet. Like Bishop A6 almost prevents it, but yeah, it still worked. Just couldn't convert. Okay. There's still 6 minutes until next game, so I'm going to take a break and I'll be back shortly. Okay. Let me see if I can get my heart rate below 100. So much anxiety this tournament. Can you show us a hoodie? I actually don't know like what the logo is. It was sent to me by the back when Chess24 still existed as its own entity. It's actually the Meltwater Champions Chess Tour. They sent me a hoodie for the tournament. I wasn't involved with it. They just sent creators hoodies. That's nice. You'll occasionally see other like strong players wear this hoodie. Could you explain the night sack? Yeah, I know. Like sometimes in these games, as much as I would like to explain things more thoroughly, I just don't have time. So the reason why this is so powerful, first of all, if black, let's say black just plays some waiting move, then the whole concept is I punish this and this. If this bishop g6 is almost mate, the only legal move is queen f7, and I would win the queen. And if queen takes, I have bishop f5. And the queen is trapped in its own territory. The bishops are so dominant. The pawn helps control some squares as well. And yeah, I would win the queen in both cases. So when bishop a6 was played, it's a bit different because after knight e6, black doesn't have to take the knight, black can take the bishop. But then I take on g7, take, and I hit the rook and the bishop is still hanging. Black had to save the rook because taking is mate, can't castle because the bishop controls d8, can't play this because checkmate, had to play this. And basically we traded minor pieces, but I won 2 pawns in the process, e6 and g7. And when we got to this position, it should be winning for white, but it's still like practically not easy because black has attack, and I think I played decently up until towards the end. I just got low on time and kind of just collapsed. Okay, we have 1 more minute until next game. Does Hoodie add as much elo as Beard? I don't know. Ever since I shaved the beard, I've been peaking. I shaved the beard in like early December. I didn't really play much online December because I was traveling between Singapore and New York. But yeah, recently I've been a bit more clean shaven. Still close to the peak. 9 points away from 2,900. Okay, here we go. C3. Already new territory. Why prevent e4? I mean, there's e5 maybe. Bishop g4, take. I think the plan is to play like d4, a6. Not sure about this though. Have e6 as well. I usually play e6 setups, but fianchettoing does look attractive. It's actually kind of risky. Just scared of development and e5. I think it's okay. I'm threatening knight d4. There's some knight b4 ideas too. Bishop e3, maybe d5. You're like bishop e3, d5, e5, knight e4, h3. I think this is all around useful. It feels weird to not develop. But I am having ideas of... There's almost tactics here. Like b4? I'm going to play safe. Still allowing this. Playing safe is actually kind of risky. I might just sack a pawn. Just get castled. Everything takes, castle takes, knight e7. Also queen e7. Queen e7 actually looks decent. So I do go down a pawn, and we do trade queens, but I'll be threatening b4. I'll be threatening maybe to take, target d4. The line keeps going. Bishop g5. Bishop g5, f6. And and I'm threatening the bishop and b4. Okay, here I can take. Don't have to take. f5. Applying pressure. With this, I take and then take and then take. Bishop e3 might be coming. And then rook e8. There's knight g5. I'm looking at knight d5. It's frustrating. Do I have knight f6? I'm going to immediately see what white does. After take, I'm threatening e3. Bishop and rook are tied down to d4. Do I take first? We're trading a lot. Take. Want some chances to win. I'll probably take with bishop next. Hmm. I might just be losing. I saw this, and I lose my bishop. Of course, I should just try and make a move, like anything, even this. Rook f2? How does this work? I'm not getting mated. Disappointing. Felt like a nice position. Maybe it's just equal, though. It's actually possible I was never, like, better this game. Okay, maybe some small moments. Yeah, up and down title Tuesday. Defeating Arjun. Getting upset a few times. I took some risk here. Like, rook f8 is a safe move. Which originally I was gonna play, and then I saw rook d2. And like, I'm not getting mated. But rook f8, at least I'm just up a pawn. And white does have to work to win one of these pawns. Like rook c6. I guess a5. Oh yeah, a5, a4, and there's these squares are off limits. Yeah, I think like my downfall this game probably stems from time management. I'm just not leaving myself with enough time. Like bishop f2 would be nice as well. Okay, somehow this is still a draw. Thank you to TGX. First time Prime. So we have 2 more games? 2 more games. Yeah, what could have been I started 2.5 out of 4. The game against Oparin kind of is now setting the tone. I did burn a lot of time in this opening. Pretty rare move order c3 first. Is playable. Engine likes a few moves. I'm still like decently new to this line, so I think part of this is just understanding like when white's trying to play d4 how to react. And this actually looks like a very playable line for white. Yeah, this seemed a bit awkward to go into. I do like this idea though, a5 and bishop a6. I did have some coffee before this, so the caffeine might be wearing off a little bit. I did wake up. I mean, last few days I've been like unusually low energy. Possibly because of the weather, or probably because of the weather. So, yeah, I'm trying to trying to make sure when I'm playing chess I'm like somewhat awake, but the fatigue might be setting in. Is it Stafford Gamma time? I'm black. 2 games in a row. No Stafford. We have this line instead, which I don't really know the theory in. d5? It actually takes and then knight c5 and then d6. I'm not sure about this though. Bishop e6. I just want like some safe playable position. Opponent wants to punish me. There's c6. Don't see anything wrong with this. I mean, rook d1, queen c7. I get some nice harmony. And e4 might be coming. Bishop e7. I want to set up this knight d4 move. I could have taken, I didn't even consider that. Not scared of bishop a7. Okay, so I could take. Then queen a5. Might as well balance. Defend and attack. The knight is nice here. Restricts the bishop, very solid. I guess the knight is technically restricted as well. Mutual restriction. Okay, I really want to play c5. I take. Me taking queen e5 first. Let's take first. If queen takes, I have rook d8 to throw in. Okay, I mean, this could be very positional now. Takes. Keeping queens on is also really attractive. And keep queens on. I feel like there's more winning chances this way. Really. If I could take on c2. I mean, c5 and knight d4 looks amazing. There's bishop b6. Still playing knight d4. And taking also looks good. I'm gonna take first. These pawns are still weak. Queen e4, rook d1. Take. I still want to go for this plan of c5, knight d4. One second left. a crazy game. Okay. I didn't flag. I think I was losing. There was a move I didn't see what to do against. There's king g2 in this precise moment. Yeah, king g2 is the only winning move. And the point is, I don't have this with check. And the problem is now if I go for this, there's queen c8 takes g4. So I probably would have lost if my opponent found this. But in order to find this, they have to see queen c8, queen g4, which isn't so obvious to calculate. Because as white, you just kind of assume that you're getting mated here. Yeah, I was in trouble like earlier. Or I was like doing fine earlier actually. But then somehow I got in trouble. What went wrong? I really wanted to play c5, which is one of, yeah, it's actually not clear which move is better. Because it sets up this and this, the bishop's out of play. But it's hard to evaluate bishop b6, and I wasn't sure. Oh, hey John Lee Music, how's it going? Queen c8 would be check, so just to show again, oops, where is it? So if king g2, knight f3, this is check. I can't respond to check with checkmate, unfortunately. And then once the queen takes here, this is no longer mate because my knight is hanging. Except, wait, what? Oh, it's winning for white not because of queen g4, but because of queen f5. I still don't understand. So if here then takes with check, but if king h8? Somehow the queen would force the king to a less desirable square. Crazy lines that game. Okay. Here we go again. Final round. Am I blanking? Bishop e3, yeah, knight e5. That's a popular line. It's a Fabiano line. Fabiano won a very nice game in the World Cup with black. Now this is a threat. I haven't studied this too in depth. I've played this as black like a few times. Of course, I don't remember what to do. Just try and be solid. And usually the knight will come to try and harass me. Never played before. So I could take or move back. Moving back makes more sense. I don't want to help black fix the structure or improve the structure. And knight a5 might be coming. Now I'll have a decision to make. Like, do I trade or do I retreat? Wow. Expected. Usually, like, I'm happy to get the file and the more central pawn. I have b4 here. Bishop f2 looks natural. I'm going to slow play this. Try and massage the file. There's 95 ideas, which don't quite work now. I could move back. Bishop g1, 95. And I'm going for cheapos, but... And now I have g4. The cheapos might somehow work out. And by cheapo, I mean like an interesting positional transformation that might be in my favor. 95. Because now I either get the bishop pair or I get the bishop pair. Yeah, it feels wrong taking such a bishop, but long term. Rook e1. Still don't know what to do. No, c4. Alright, let's start with rook e1. Rook wasn't doing much on the a file. Bishop e5. Double up. Gotta defend this pawn first. Black's under pressure. Thinking bishop h2. Maybe reroute to h4. It's going to be a grind. Knight d6 is coming. Knight d6 I win a pawn. This I don't win a pawn. Played this almost sneaky move, but then what's interesting? Let's play this. Okay, this idea. Oh, that's a great move to play this. A big risk. Knight c8 I take and win a pawn. I'm allowing this. It's a risky part. Such a weird position. Ah, now I can't take. Could take. I think I should take. Oh, I'm left with a bad bishop though. Four seconds. Okay, b4 is my new plan. And this should be winning, I assume. Up 2 pawns. Don't tell me black has a fortress. Okay, here we go. Oh. Okay. Stayed focused in time trouble. Oh man. It was a nice grind. Like very positional and long-term ideas. Yeah, for anyone that wants to see like a beautiful game from the black side in the London, Fabiano Caruana playing black against, I think, a Georgian. It's funny, my opponent was also, or is also from Georgia. I think Fabiano was playing Mitch Stilishvili, probably butchering the name. But Fabiano had black and also went for this like knight g8 f6 idea. I think Fabiano went for knight h6 eventually. I wasn't better until I got this knight e5 idea. Then I was cooking. Except it's still close to equal objectively. But there's this long-term pressure on the f-open e-file. I wasn't happy when I took, because the bishop situation is not good for me. Like this bishop's terrible. But my knight is decent. I still have the e-file pressure. And probably black should try and get the knight here like ASAP. Is the tournament over? I think the tournament's over. I heard a sound. Duda. Duda wins title Tuesday. Clear first. 10 points. Duda beat me last week. With the Polish opening too. Thank you, Meditator. Appreciate the raid. If you're just joining, Title Tuesday just finished. I had an up and down tournament. I think I broke even in terms of rating. I mean, I did have probably my biggest upset victory for like probably of all time in Title Tuesday. Beating Arjun Erigaisi. Because I have beat like Hikaru and Magnus before, but not in Title Tuesday. So, I might play some more. I feel like I still have energy. I did finish with 7.5. My best score ever was 8.5. Not too long ago. About a month ago. Oh hey, thank you GM Matsubar. I appreciate the raid. I assume that's a Grandmaster who is also streaming Title Tuesday. Hope you had a good one. Okay, I still got about a half cup of green tea. Please play some more. Okay. So again, my blitz peak is 2896. So I'm 10 points away from that. 14 points away from the magical 2900. Arjun beat Wei Yi and Artemiev in the Chessable Masters today, only to rage quit Title Tuesday after losing to you, which means me. Really? I wasn't actually following the Chessable Masters. Maybe he got too many good moves out of his system. Do you feel on a hot streak at the moment, or are you playing your best ever chess? Um, both. I feel like I've been in like better form than usual recently. I think there's different contributing factors. I have been like working a lot off stream, just on my openings, reviewing all the games I play, or at least most of the games I play. Playing World Rapid and Blitz, I think, gave me a big motivation boost. And also, I've been trying to limit my play in times where I know I'm like tired or not focused. So part of that is like discipline and self awareness. Actually, I think I'm going to take a break. I'm due for another break. So the stream will continue. And yeah, I'll be back in a minute or two. Okay. Yeah, I think I'll hop in the pool. Let's cancel this. Oh, hey, I finished top 50. Yeah, Dudo wins. You can see the final standings. 44th place. Tied with Danya. It's not scrolling down beyond 40. There's one thing like I've noticed with interface. They still need to fix like the scroll thing. Like it takes so long to load. Okay, now it's working. Okay, so tied for 37th. Oh yeah, I'll show the Arjun game. So for those who missed it earlier, I did defeat Arjun Erigaisi in a pretty beautiful game. I don't know if I'll show it. I'll show it with the eval bar. Like there were a lot of fluctuations. I did hit a peak heart rate of at least 172. And the game started with d4 b6. So he's clearly trying to avoid theory and just get a fresh game and beat me. I played my weird thing against this. Bishop d3 and bishop f4. Who was a famous player that said you should develop knights before bishops? I think it was Lasker. In this case, I violate Lasker's quote and develop my bishops before the knights. This is a move that I played, or a position that I prepared in Vegas a few years ago, which I did do a recap of. The video on YouTube is called the Anaconda Strategy. I squeeze my opponent. But there's a few ideas with this move. First of all, if c5, then white can gambit with d5. And if takes, I think knight f3. White's down a pawn, but there's good compensation. Engine slightly prefers white. He played differently. He played knight f6, played queen e2, d5. And I actually had this position, I think it was yesterday. Was it yesterday or 2 days ago? I was streaming on Lichess. And yesterday I took confusing my lines. Because there's another line that if this, then white can take, and then it's also a nice position. But here, white should not take, because then the knight takes and attacks the bishop. So I knew the right move here, because I had checked this recently with engine, e5, and then I get a good French. And yeah, I was happy to get this. And then he plays queen c8. So this is very typical in these French structures to prepare bishop a6 and trade black's worst piece for my best piece. And I think I overreacted. I played c4, which is explosive, but the engine doesn't like. Engine says I should just castle if black wants to do this. Then I can play c4, and the bishop's misplaced. Black can still eventually trade off the bishop, but this is a much better version. So I knew, I guess I knew the idea, I just didn't execute correctly. Like c4 makes most sense after bishop a6. Because here the problem is when I play c4, yeah, the bishop's very well placed on b7. And I do give it more purpose in life. And then my bishop is in some jeopardy. I did allow takes. I guess he didn't want this. I do have some activity still. Castles. And then here, yeah, so I was already beginning to calculate the lines with bishop takes h7, which Engine says is one of the top moves. But I was calculating takes. Let me turn off the lines first. I was calculating takes, check here, takes, rook c3. I rejected this for a few reasons. First of all, I was scared of counterplay with g2. I also saw that black has some f-pawn move, and I'm not like mating by force. Even if, yeah, the Engine somehow prefers this still. It just looked too committal. But this would have been playable. Why is this better for white? Let's say takes. Wow, okay, apparently I just like destroy the king side. I didn't calculate that far. Well, also like black had ways to equalize there, so instead of sacking the bishop, I played knight b5. When I played this move, I basically played it without calculating it. I spent almost all my time looking at this move, and then this is kind of a backup plan. And I just knew this idea, knight d6, and have my bishop support the d6 square. Then he trades on d3. I shift my queen to the king side. Bishop a6. I play a4. I didn't want to commit to knight d6. I wanted to stay flexible. And then I start trying to build up the attack. My rook is ready to swing over. Engine likes black somehow, but this looked more fun to play for white. And now it's super dangerous for black. Like if he plays bishop f8, I can take on g7 and rook g4. So he played g6. Now I have like almost all my pieces on the king side. But it's not winning because black's like still solid somehow. And then this was a big mess. He trades on b5. And then here, he missed a like absolutely beautiful queen sacrifice. Queen takes f1, which he did play later in the game, but here, yeah, it would have worked out. I showed this shortly after the game. King e2, rook c2, and I'm getting in some mating net. I think in most cases, I just lose back the queen with a losing position. If king here, there's knight here, here, and then take threatening mate, yeah. But he missed queen f1. He played rook c2, trying to set up queen f1, and then I take on f7. And when I played this move, I saw this move coming, and I can't take the queen because I get mated, but I have king h2. And my king is actually safe, and it's black's king that's about to get mated. He takes, I take. He takes on f2. And then with less than 5 seconds left, I find the force mate, take the rook, lose my rook, and then checkmate. So that's how I beat Arjun Erigaisi. Nice finish. Final position, I'm down a rook and a pawn. So anyway, I'll try and keep up the decent chess. I guess I did hit my peak after this game. Or I tied for my peak. I didn't pass the peak. Anyway, I'm going to close out my tabs. A lot of things open. Okay. Now it's time for more chess. No increment chess. 3+0. I might put that on YouTube, like the live gameplay and analysis. So as this goes on YouTube, hope you enjoyed it. Watch live on Twitch. Maybe in the near future, watch live on YouTube. I'm due for a YouTube live stream. Is Hikaru retiring? Hikaru just like signed for an esports team, right? He's now a Falcon. He may have just morphed into a slightly faster creature that can fly. So not quite retirement. Maybe someday I'll get signed by an esports org. Except it seems like they're all interested in like stronger players. I have to keep grinding my rating. Does Hikaru have to play the bird at least one tournament? Isn't there a Falcon opening? There's a Falcon opening, right? I don't have time to check. All right, let's focus here. I'm playing Harsha Baratakori, strong player from India. He actually goes to Webster University. I did train a little bit with him leading up to the World Rapid Blitz. And we did play each other in the World Rapid Championship. Had a very close game, which he won. Or repeating the line I had earlier in Title Tuesday. There's 91 to D3. E4 idea. Thank you, John Curtis, for the raid. Hope you had a good stream. You're just joining, playing some more serious blitz. E4 now. Go for it. It's very committal. E5. Okay, we'll build up pressure. See that I have rook E1. Could also take and take. This makes sense. I like the position. That's an interesting move. Some D5 idea. I think G5 is an idea as well. If knight H4, I'd probably play bishop D1. Ramp down. In my position anymore. Yeah. Too slow, too weak. Good game though. He played well. I liked the position. At least from the opening. It's definitely a line I should probably understand better. Then he won the right approach. Okay, this I don't understand. G4 best move. This looks like more of a liability than an asset, but I guess it does restrict the knight. How is this playable? Okay. Around here, it really felt like I was close to having something. The problem was if I played d5, there's bishop f6. So I probably... Oh, but even here... Yeah, this feels unnatural to like trade my good bishop for this bishop. And black was solid. I was better here. Oh, this bishop. Wait, so what happens after this and then takes? Rook c7 first, okay. It's hard to calculate. Like in this position, it just looks like my whole setup is crumbling. But the counterplay just works for white. That's very concrete. But the only moves are, look at these moves, bishop e4, bishop a8, or bishop e8. All will keep the advantage for white. Alright, GG. There's a question, what is Proctor? Proctor is a browser that chess.com requires me to use for Title Tuesday. It's too annoying to like switch over to a different browser after the tournament, so I'm just going to keep using it. It does like screen record and video record. Although I think because the tournament's over, I think it's done recording. I'm not sure. I'm not getting a game. What's happening? Is this... I don't know if this is bugged or like no one's online. Like usually Lichess takes longer because the player pool is smaller, but what to do. I mean, other people are playing. There's actually a lot of games going on, like, within this rating range. I could expand further, I guess. Let me just see if it's working. I'm gonna do infinite, and let's see if, like, I can start a game. Okay, I got a game. That was weird. I feel like it was bugged. Okay, let's focus now. I changed the rating range and... this line. This is what Injich played against me. A6 isn't the best move, but it's a playable move. I got crushed in this at the World Rapid Blitz. I think I'm supposed to do this and this. Might be wrong, but at least I neutralize this diagonal and also this diagonal. And there's c5 now. Imbalanced. The hanging pawns. Also the blundered pawn. That was really, really bad. Lost my most valuable pawn. I had to play c4 first. Alright, let's not tilt too much. Take. Alright, let's play this. Oh. Knight c5. Taken knight c4. I'm just trying to get a playable position. Knight b6. There's definitely some fight here. Play rook b6. d3, I think I just take, sack the thing, and then d2 in the end. Now b4 is actually a target. Wait, really? Take? Missing something? When knight takes, I take, and then I win b4 in the end. The outside passer, rook a6 is coming. Okay. That took full focus towards the end there. I was a little bit distracted when the game began, like trying to understand like why it took so long. I don't know if I should report a bug, but let's save this back. I should definitely review that game. I mean, I blundered really badly in this early middle game. Basics probably isn't necessary. I got the position. And then here I just blunder my c5 pawn. Engine likes d4. I guess c4 gives away too much. Yeah, other like improving moves make sense too. You already know if you're going to Beal this summer. I've gone the last 2 summers. It's a great tournament, great festival. I'm not sure about this summer. Yeah, it's hard to plan ahead like so far. But it's very likely I'll do some kind of trip over the summer. Yeah, I don't have any other chess.com tabs open. I'm just using the Proctor browser. So maybe it's something with the browser? I don't know. Or maybe it's like a weird coincidence. Let's see. Let's see if it takes a while to get a game now. I mean, I've gotten like 2 games after the tournament is finished. Should I experiment again with enabling the rating range? Minus 400? Maybe I should just switch to Chrome. I'm going to switch and we'll see if it makes a difference. I wonder if I'm like somehow shadow banned. That's probably not the case. I don't think chess.com does that. I think it's only Lichess. So I'm now on Chrome. Does that look okay? Hopefully it does. Beating Arjun got me shadow banned. There's a chess mafia out to get me. So there are games going here. Let's focus mode. Okay, so 200 is a pretty broad rating range. Although, wait, I should be... Oh yeah, 200 to infinite. Right? I usually have like minus 100. I'll give it a minute. Maybe we can watch, we'll watch the top game. Yeah, maybe just not too many players are playing. Oh, thank you, Lorena, liking the board theme. Usually the theme that I stick with. There are occasional requests to change it. Like when I start the new speedrun, I might change it to something different, just to like have slightly different branding. But whatever I have it as, like there's always some people who want me to change it, so hard to satisfy 100% of people. I don't think shadow banning is even a thing. Yeah, it was kind of a joke, but I think it's more likely this is just a bug. I guess there's 3 possibilities. It's a bug, there's just no one online to play, or I'm like somehow secretly shadow banned, which is probably the least likely. I think a bug is most likely. Like, I've never encountered this. And the fact that when I got my previous game, I got paired immediately, but it required me to change the rating settings to infinite. Allow challenges. This is like all fine. Is there something with the time format? I don't think so. Thank you, Katharina Reinecke. Big raid. Appreciate it. If you're just joining, I'm trying to start a Blitz game and I'm having trouble. Like it seems to be bugging up. It's a Title Tuesday after party. I'm very close to my peak rating. Let's cancel this and guess I'll try again. I might play like a much lower rated player. What's this? I'm not using analysis. Oh, Rustemov might abort against me, but we'll see. I think my rating is high enough where he's not aborting. D5, I think I'm supposed to take. Yeah, it's clearly a bug, I think. What am I supposed to do? Maybe defend it. I have 4 coming. Oops. Ah. A5. Clamp down. Not sure about this. I have rook A5. There's 4 attackers and 4 defenders. E6 might be coming, but oh, G2 is defended. That move makes sense. Now G5 is attacked. Actually, don't know how much that made sense. Take and castle. Hmm. Weirdly frustrating. Sack the rook. C6 in the end. And there's F5, but then Queen H5. I'm threatening maybe this. Maybe not, though. Interesting. Leave the tension. I didn't even see F3, but I have a G3. This is hilarious. The bishop's going to be stuck on a8. Or the knight. Wow. That's so funny. I have no time to laugh. Look at this. Look at this. Black's in complete paralysis. It's so beautiful. My king will clean up. The knight is super duper trapped. Okay. That was such a satisfying game. Oh man. That's going on YouTube. What a game. Yeah, my opponent's pieces misbehaved, so I put them in timeout in the corner. Like, look at this position. Like, everything is stuck for black. I'm technically down the exchange. So materialistically, it's bishop and pawn for rook. But there's so much domination. Yeah, at some point I thought I was getting outplayed too. And this line should be dubious. So if I'm actually wondering about this, I'm going to show more lines. There's queen f3, there's bishop g4. Ah, but the knight's tied down, so black can't actually take. Okay. Yeah, it was pleasant. Around here, I thought I was going to get outplayed, because black's taking over the e-file. h3 is just a bad move. Engine likes h4, which I don't really see the logic to. I guess to undermine the structure and then queen h5 is an idea, but what if rook e8? Because if I move my queen in, there's rook e1. Ah, the engine finds this, and my rook targets g5. I saw this connection. I didn't see this connection. But then later, okay. I was happy with this idea to, because even here, like if takes, then if this I fork, if this, the bishop gets stuck in the corner, and then if this, then the knight gets stuck in the corner. And that eventually happened. Yeah, my pawns are just so strong, combined with the bishop pair. Okay. I did get low on time, but it was enough. So, let's start another game. It feels weird though, like, because I could play like a 400, given how this works. Like back in the day, ICC used to have this. It was a seek graph. You seek a challenge and then you see it, like you see which challenges are open. Chess.com used to have this too, but now I think it's all in the back end. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, I'm playing another strong player. Here we go. Accelerated Dragon. What's the line? Knight c6. I want to trade something. Actually, bishop c4 would blunder this. Takes in c5, c4. I'm not sure. I don't actually trap the bishop, but maybe it's okay. Desperately want to trade queens. Attack coming. Is queen h6, queen b2? That's a move. I don't like my position. Maybe king g7, f6. F6 might be coming. I lose d6. Bishop a8 maybe in the end. The rook's pinned, so this isn't possible. Queen f4 is likely. Oh, wow. I take. Keeping pressure. Not sure about this. It is easy to play though. to move my king. I just blundered. I do have this. Ugh. Bad move. Miss that as well. A6. Maybe it's playable. Some crazy lines. We're doing. Yeah, too low on time. What to do? Good game. I really misplayed it. 9-game. I just missed. Like, the rook's defended. I thought the pawn was pinned. Like, there's no reason to play f5. Like, what I could do is put the rook on e5 and then, like, gradually massage the pawn. And then white's completely tied down. I was up about 30 seconds too. What to do? Take away a lesson. It's a pretty rare move, knight takes c6. Yeah, not the most challenging line. I actually had knight g4 here. This is also fine. a5, a4. Then bishop a6. Okay, I'll do a few more. So now my rating range is from infinity to infinity. Should I report a bug? I think I should. Because there's no way that, like, it's working on the back end. There used to be a report bug button. Support? Report a bug. How to report a bug. Click on support. Contact support. Okay. Report a bug. Report a bug. Report a bug. Okay. I guess I'll drag it over this. My rating range is set from, how do I make the sideways 8 symbol? Infinity symbol. To infinity. But I don't immediately get paired. But it takes several minutes And I still don't get paired. Something seems to be off with the matchmaking algorithm. Okay, so at least hopefully devs are made aware of this. I don't know if this thing is working. I wanted to give them like details because sometimes it is an issue with the rating range. I don't think the bug report even sent. How do I submit a bug with the bug report? Like, okay, so for quicker pairings, try expanding or disabling the rating range. So I expanded it to the full expansion. I don't think this affects anything. If I set it to everyone, then I just get spammed with challenges, so I don't want that. Are other people having this issue? Like maybe it's a server thing. Your min rating is set to positive infinity. I don't think that's the issue though. Should it say negative infinity? Is there a difference? It's just like endless, right? There is a difference. Someone call a mathematician or computer scientist. I really don't know what's happening. Like, should I just start playing Scrabble? The time to retire as a chess player? I could switch to Lichess too. I enabled auto queen. Is that my issue? Should I disable auto queen? Where is auto queen? Watch this fix the issue. Cancel. Play. Oh, I got a game. Okay. Now I have auto queen disabled. Okay. I'm playing the same opponent. I wonder if this opponent is also having the same issue. This opponent is also trying to break 19 or 2900. Not quite 1900. Ask him in chat. I have chat disabled. C3. Just this. Not sure about this. So take 6, knight c5. Yeah, there's this idea of like a5, but I'm in time to get my rook off the diagonal. A5 would threaten to take in bishop a6. B4 makes sense. And just oh, okay, I have to play b5. Probably should not have allowed that. Mm. I'm not crazy about my position. Still playable though. I'm about to blunder. Bishop h5 is coming. Bishop e4 could be annoying. Take. Does this work? Gotta try it. Crazy line where I lose a3, but I win b8 in the end. Oh, but then I lose g3. It's an insane line. So calculation is take, take, take. Bishop e4, take, 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 take. Oh no, I don't lose g3. Oh no, I do. But maybe I have knight d7. So I can take and take on e7. This looks stronger, actually. This, and this are all targets. And this I take with check. Still super tricky. Really? Wow. Let's go. Is anyone watching that? Is anyone watching that? Oh. What just happened? My opponent was crazy resourceful. There's so many complicated lines. Yeah, it stemmed from, yeah, kind of quiet opening, close position. Give me one moment. I do have to wrap things up soon. Knight fd2. I don't understand chess. Like knight fd2, allowing f4. This bishop is such a depressing piece. Somehow white is plus 0.5. I really don't understand. This is why I don't play the King's Indian for either side. Just don't have a grasp. I was worse. But then I had this opportunity to take on... Oh yeah, bishop e4 was playable. I take on e5. So here... What was I calculating? Oh yeah, I was calculating bishop e4, which is a top move. And there's absolutely insane line that stems from bishop e4, takes, 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 takes. And then I have knight d7. And I saw it to this position, but I didn't really see further. I think when I was calculating this, I wasn't visualizing my pawn on d5, so I thought that the knight's defended, but it's not. But somehow it's still almost playable for white. But none of that happened. Also, apparently bishop takes b8 is a move here. There's rook f2. If rook d8, I have f3, man. But my opponent played queen d6, allowing this. And then sack the queen. I think at some point I was like in trouble. Even up a queen. Super annoying pressure. Maybe not though. Like I gave back the queen to get the amazing triple fork. And we simplified into a winning king pawn, or not quite winning king pawn ending. Winning rook ending. Which eventually became not winning. Okay. I'm gonna stop playing chess. I think that's enough for today. Especially with like the struggles with getting a game. So I'm ending it at 28.94.
Happy 32. Will last year's Lichess Spring Marathon be uploaded to YouTube at some point?
But yeah, keep reminding me. It's just daunting to do the timestamps. But it is somewhere on my hard drive. Should I play one more game? I really have to go though. I want to do one more. We'll save it for later. We'll save it for a future time. Big thanks to everyone tuning in. I know people want one more, but this is self-discipline. Like even when I'm feeling good, I'm gonna take a step back, review my games. Hopefully next time I play, I'll be even more fresh and awake.